Hello, Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy. And I'm back with another ranting podcast. Ranting, as in this time, it's all about the Islamabad electricity supplying company. I mean, it's enough that we have already and always being, we've always had to deal with LESCO, the Lahore Electric Supply Company, and I was actually marveling at the fact that the Islamabad Electric Supply Company is like still, a little more honest. But well, thanks to this government, thanks to the illegal, corrupt government that has come, iesco has also followed suit. I mean, imagine that we had a faulty meter in November. This is something like I probably have mentioned in passing, but I didn't actually do a podcast on it because, I was like, what the hell? Because this is Pakistan. This is the reason why, I've said that I can never forgive my parents for forcing me to come back to this country. I was never born here. I never spent my childhood here. I was brought here by my parents. And then as soon as I grew a little older, I went back out. And then again, I was emotionally blackmailed back to this hellhole. Then again, I left. Then again, I was emotionally blackmailed back into this hellhole. And now I'm well and truly trapped. And now after ruining my life and making my whole future completely zero, now my parents realize that they've made a mistake. When they made that mistake twice, they didn't realize it. But now they realize. I mean, this is just a small example of how, people like me who see things way, 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 way beyond regular people, when we get stuck, when we are way ahead of time compared to the people around us, we're stuck, we get trapped. Because unfortunately, not all of us are selfish enough to move on with our ideas and move on with our principles in life. Many of us, in fact, most of us, we get trapped by the bullshit that's called family and the even bigger bullshit that's called parents. So the fact that I could see all this coming more than 23 years back, the fact that 23 years ago I knew that if I stayed in this country, life would be hell, there would be no future, everything would go to shit. Now 23 years later, when there's now nothing left for me to salvage, now my parents have realized that, oh, they've made a bloody mistake ruining my life. And obviously the damage is done. Now that's another mistake that my parents think that they need to oblige me with, is that they want to rectify this mistake. Hello, can you see the world around you now? The whole world is in shit now. I wouldn't have minded the whole world going to shit if I'd actually left the way I was supposed to leave 20 years ago and settled down. Then, even if the world did come to shit, I wouldn't have minded because I would have actually made my life. I would have established myself. I would have achieved my goals. But no, now they want to send me to that shit so that I should start all over again, as if starting 3 times here in this shit wasn't enough. Anyway, back to the whole point here, that the fact that my foresight, which could have saved me from all of this BS, but I got trapped due to the short sightedness of people around me. So I'm stuck here in this country of never ending, irreversible damages and woes, and corruption, and stress, and tension, such as the iesco. So, in November, we suddenly got this. Now, because this is the Murray house I'm talking about, right? Remember, we have a house in Murray, which is always closed. Obviously, it's empty, and we shut the power supply every time we leave, and we go there like just for holidays, and we only turn the power supply on when we go there, and then when we leave, we turn the power supply off, right? So our bill has always been 133 rupees, which is basically meter rent. It equals meter rent. So we've just been paying meter rent, obviously, because there is no power being used or consumed. And then in November, because there was this huge storm and lightning struck, and a lot of people's appliances went haywire. So our meter was one of those things that got affected by the lightning. And we suddenly got this humongous bill. I don't even remember now. I think it was 20,000 or 30,000 or something. And we were like, what the hell just happened here? Or was it 60,000? Wow. Because, yeah, they have a tendency to go way, way, way higher. And then, the local VABDA, you know, supervisor of the local VABDA office, he went because we were in Lahore. And, then when we contacted them, then we sent we posted an application. We WhatsApped the application to the ever slumberous SDO of Jigagali, who seems to be in an eternal coma because he doesn't read the messages, he doesn't reply, he doesn't bother, he's dead to the world, basically. So, as I said, we posted the application via snail mail. Then we WhatsApped it. Then we asked a neighbor to personally go and physically hand over the application as well. And then we called the complaint management cell and I SMS'd them as well. Now imagine, this is all that we did, right? And this is in November, okay? And it was in February, in the beginning of February, that they actually deigned to remove the faulty meter, right? Because apparently they wanted to wait for January's bill, December's bill, January's bill, in order to verify that indeed they need to take the meter to the lab. They needed 2 months' bill in order to verify, imagine. So in February, like literally this month, 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, actually, last week, they replaced the meter, right? And as soon as they replaced the meter, the very next day, they send us another bill. The very next day, they send us a bill of 18,000. And when we asked why, oh, this is an estimated bill of the past 2 months. You freaking a-holes. 18,000 is an estimated bill of 2 years worth of electricity consumption of that house. Okay, if you wanted to send us an estimated bill of the last 2 months, that would be maximum 500 to 1,000 rupees. Okay, 500 rupees. If you really wanted to go all out, add some extra bribery in the mix, which after all, our government has to always have these hidden taxes. If you really had to go all out, 1,000 rupees max, 18 freaking thousand, and we still paid that. We paid that. That wasn't enough. No. Today I get another bill. I get another estimated bill for this month for a meter that was replaced last week, and it isn't yet connected to my house. No. We still have to go to Murray. My parents will go tomorrow to Murray to connect the meter to the house power supply. Yeah. And yet we get another so-called estimated bill for this month of 2,000 rupees. And again, when I complained, they're like, you shouldn't have gotten a bill. So when they sent you this bill, we think that they are, completing the estimates. I'm like, you a-holes, how many estimates do you need to complete an estimate? I've already paid an estimate worth of 2 years last week. Thank you very much. So now we have to go to the local office and smack their faces again and ask them what the frack were they thinking, adding another estimate. And you know what they're going to tell us? Oh, this is an estimated value of the gas that would have been used against December. The gas, the fuel that is used to power up the power that we provide to you. That is what they're going to say. These are the kind of mofos that we're dealing with in this Mofistan. It's not Pakistan. It cannot be Pakistan. I don't think it ever was Pakistan. I have a lot of other names for Pakistan. But Pakistan isn't one of those names. And this is me signing out. Khuda Hafiz.